Hello there and welcome to a brand new Hobby Streak week. This week we start with day 2568, but as ever I finished last week with my weekly roleplay. We played some Honey Heist. There was only 3 of us this time, so we're doing sort of a couple of one-shots over the last 2 weeks while we wait for the other members to be able to return. It was an absolute blast, and yes, if you're wondering, I did 100% backstab my partner so I could get away with the honey, because it amuses me to do so. Anyway, on to this week. This week I'm going to finish off the Princess Leia and Ewoks set from Star Wars Shatterpoint. They're very nearly finished. It's just highlighting the black and then doing Princess Leia's face and then working on the bases. However, because I'm going to be using a technical paint, it's going to basically slow their progress down to a crawl. So I'm only going to be doing about an hour, which is perfectly fine with me. I've got other stuff that I need to be doing today. I've sold some stuff on eBay that needs all to be packed up and got rid of. I'm also going to spray the Death Dread. I'm going to get this boy started tomorrow and finished on Wednesday. Yeah, basically, it's all going to go good. I'm going to do a lot faster this week. It's not as hot as it was last week, so I'm not going to be sweating to death at my window and my painting table, which was a huge problem last week. I just felt nauseous after a while. I might do a little bit later on in the afternoon, depending on how much time I've got, to be honest. Today's day 2569. I'm going to continue with, well, actually, I'm going to get them finished. I'm going to continue with the Ewoks, and I'm going to start the Death Dread for the next Combat Patrol video. It's literally just finishing off the bases today for the Ewoks. Not really much left to do, but it did take about 45 minutes to do it. I also had to stop and come back a little bit later on because obviously they're all grassy and stuff, so I wanted to add some static grass and some leaves as well to make it look a bit more foresty, wood-like. There we go. With the Dreadnought, however, I got the black done, I started the silver, and then I got a phone call that I had to deal with, so I had to deal with that in the end. So I didn't get as much done as I would have liked to on the Dreadnought, but he's coming along. That's all that matters. In the end, a pretty productive afternoon, considering I didn't have my full time. Today is day 2570. I'm going to continue on the Death Dread. I've still got to finish off the silver today, which is a little bit annoying. There's not much. However, I will get a couple of phone calls again today. It's busy this week. It's kind of a little bit annoying, but there's not really much I can do about it. So I continue with the silver. Then I did the first wash, which is of course non-oil, but then I had to do a second wash with some aggro. I did a couple of washes for these to make the wash quite sort of deep, as one of these areas to be a lot more browner. Of course, because I'm washing stuff, lots of stuff waits to dry. So I started my next project, which is going to be Archangel and Angel for Marvel Crisis Protocol. I've been dying to paint these guys for such a long time, but I wanted to get everything else out of the way. Again, though, I did hit another wash wall, which is really annoying, and everything was still wet. But by this point, it was also sort of past 12, so I'd run out of time anyway. Looking forward to painting these guys. They're not going to take too long, to be honest. I'm going to finish off the Death Dread tomorrow, as he's not really got much to him. And I'll get these guys hopefully finished by Sunday. I should get finished by Sunday. Also, as well, I sprayed up and varnished all of my Marvel Crisis Protocol stuff. So what you're seeing right now in front of you is the entirety of Marvel Zombies. It's all painted, it's all finished, and this is what I live for. This is why I love painting, because oh boy, is it so satisfying to have everything fully finished. I absolutely love this feeling. I feel generally quite happy today. I'm miserable this morning, but this is actually sort of really quite frankly cheered me up no end. Everything's done, everything's dusted. Now it's going to look cool when I play, and of course I painted the biggest model I've ever painted with him, or with them, sorry. Very happy the way he's come out. And yeah, however, that does leave a burning question. I've got other board games that I need to finish, and I'm was quite unsure of what to continue with now. Marvel Zombies is finished, so I had a look on my shelf. Some of these things have already been painted, like the Necromunda starter set has been painted. The Kill Team starter set has been painted. Deathwatch Overkill, Speed Freaks, Blackstone Fortress, Execution Force has been completed. Some things haven't even been opened yet. I'm sort of finished with all the Legion stuff. I do have the Underworld stuff. Like I said, a lot of this stuff is done and dusted, or stuff that's like skirmish games that are in the works, like Master Universe Battleground and Crisis Protocol and Shatterpoint, which I'm working at the same time. In the end, I decided to do Darktide. Small game, not very many models. Should be able to knock it out very quickly. Today is day 2571, and I'm going to finish off this Death Dread come hell or high water, because I need to do the battle report tomorrow. It's Thursday. I'm dragging behind because of the amount of phone calls that I had. There's not much left to do, so it's going to take like an extra 3 hours, or not an extra 3 hours, it's going to take about 3 hours, I think, in total. Because obviously I've got things to wait to dry when it comes to basing. Had an absolute blast painting this thing. This is the first Orc Dreadnought I've actually painted in approximately 20 years. So it blows my mind thinking about that. The last one I painted was a very long time ago, and was metal as well. So it's a nice painting plastic. He's nice and simple. He's gone for the he's more aimed at the goth sort of aspect of orcs, and of course I found some transfers because I couldn't be bothered trying to paint the old cross sort of checkered pattern. So I use those instead. But Jesus, you can tell these transfers are old because they broke apart very easily while I was sorting them out. Also gonna finish off the Star Wars Shatterpoint video, so I can get that up today as well. So today is day 2572, and it's been a rough one today. Things are going wrong with my internet provider, and then I had an accident with my laptop, and it broke the charging pin, meaning my laptop is now dead. So, a joyous day. However, painting-wise, I continued with Angel and Archangel, and it was quite good fun. They are really, really lovely models. Again, I'm going to say it every single time. They are amazing. Atomic Mass Games do some incredible models. They're so much fun to paint. They're very, very highly detailed, and they're absolutely gorgeous. Wasn't the only thing I painted though, as I managed to hit a wash wall with both Angel and Archangel. So I started on Master Universe Battleground Wave 6. Have no idea what these guys' names are. I really should look that up before I start recording voicing over the paint guide. They're quite nice models too as well. Archon Studios do amazing models as well. There's so many good model companies now. We're so spoiled for choice. It's amazing. I love it. Hopefully I'll get Archangel and Angel sort of closer to the finish mark tomorrow, but it is Saturday tomorrow, so only about 45 minutes. Today is day 2573, and after the annoyance of yesterday, I've got to rush and finish off the Colour Patrol video so I can get that up tonight. I didn't have long to do the painting either. I only had about 45 minutes. I actually had an hour because I started a little bit earlier. I finished off the main part of Angel. I didn't do his face, but I did start on the pink, and I finished off Angel's red suit as well. So pretty happy with the progress. I think they look alright. Can't wait to crack on with them tomorrow. Today's day 2574, and I'm going to finish Angel. I'm going to finish Angel and Archangel. Get them out of the way. Finally, they're an absolute joy to paint. But then, as I've said before, Marvel Crisis Protocol stuff is always fun. They're always clean and sort of really well-made models. More X-Men out of the way. I'm so far behind. I didn't realise how far sort of behind I am on the Marvel Crisis Protocol stuff. They've released so much stuff. So I'm going to try and start picking up some more of that. I do have 2 boxes I need to put together. And I've got M'Baku and Claw that are raring and ready to go. So I'll get those underway very soon, I think. I definitely think I'm going to stick with going backwards and forwards, doing the stuff. I'm also going to throw Dark Tide in the mix for when I'm not painting any of the combat patrol stuff. So I've always got something with 40k. Because let's face it, if you want to make anything, you've got to hit that algorithm of the 40k stuff. I don't really want to do it, but at the same time, it's a sort of necessity, so sort of my videos get recommended. So those who actually do need the Marvel Crisis Protocols videos and stuff will actually get to see them. It's just the nature of YouTube, I guess. But these guys have been an absolute blast to paint, as I said. I've had such a good time this week. I finished off the Star Wars Shatterpoint Ewoks. I'm going to build those for the next set tomorrow. Done that awesome Dreadnought. So happy the way he's come out. Of course, we finished Angel and Archangel, and we've got some Motu stuff underway. If you want to see how that goes, give the channel a subscribe, the video a like, and I'll see you on the next one. Thank you so much for watching, well, all I have to say is goodbye for now. So goodbye for now.